the
Let's
show
try
on the
new
road.
stuff, bro. Yeah, I'm down. I'm down. So school is like something a guy started and it gets other people to also start their own schools, or like how does it
Yeah.
work?
Yeah, it's pretty much a pyramid scheme. School is like, so you
Yeah.
know what Discord is?
Yeah.
So Discord is like a community platform where you host communities and you hang out. School is the same thing, but it makes monetizing what you know and are already passionate about super duper easy. So like, for
Okay,
example,
nice.
I'm passionate about like healthy entrepreneurship and no burnout and yada yada. And I've found that teaching that in my school, which is essentially I just teach people how to build schools. It's been super successful for me. Like in my first, what day are we? 26. So in my first,
Wednesday. Yeah,
yeah,
26.
in my first 37 days of my schoolyard thingy, I've made a good sum of money. Grown my MRR, which is monthly reoccurring revenue, to 351 US dollars, which is pretty cool. And
Crazy, bro.
some people, yeah,
Really?
some people pay.
And that's just by getting like where does the money come from? Or like it comes from other people also paying for this a school subscription and then after you sort of, or is it like
So there's my personal business model is join my schoolyard, which is free to join. So it's like joining a Discord or joining a Facebook group. It's free. You get to hang out. You
mm,
can kind of like steal all my tricks. People join my Discord. They learn from all my free stuff. And then if they want more, they pay for premium, which is $22 right now a month. After Black Friday, it'll be $67 a month.
really
Yeah. And
6, 7?
then exactly, that's the only reason I made that price. And then VIP is $222 a year, which I just had someone sign up with VIP yesterday, which was pretty sick. And
Sick.
then my business
And then
model
so
is
when
of
they
it.
sign up, they can also like start their own school, right? And then get other okay, people to join. So
Exactly.
it's like
So
okay, so I know what you mean by like pyramid scheme, but it's kind of like a pyramid scheme, but
yeah,
like kind of like work, but kind of like works if like you
yeah,
put in
it's
enough
not
like
it's
marketing
not
to
a pyramid.
yourself.
Yeah, it's not a pyramid scheme because like pyramid schemes always need to like you become your own boss and then you hire people under you and they become their own boss and hire people under them. So it doesn't work that
Mm.
way because like for my school, I am the boss or whatever you want to call it. And then
Yeah,
people under
exactly.
me, they're just learning from me, but I don't like make them and I don't make them into mini me's, you know, they all go do their own
Yeah,
stuff.
exactly. Yeah, like anybody can
Yeah,
do their own thing. Yeah, that's
exactly. So,
kind
all right, everybody, welcome to Schoolyard X Nice Like Ice. Today we're doing our first ever Schoolyard
of
podcast. We're live
nice.
on Twitch, we're live on YouTube, and yeah, we're gonna talk about some cool kind of networking things, some cool ideas. Probably talk about school a bunch. Hopefully, we can help Pablo with his business and his ideas moving forward. Maybe he can help us with stuff because I think he does a better job of being kind of like teasing a product. I think I go gung ho, and I just definitely have stuff
I
to
appreciate
learn
that.
from him in that sense. So I think, how do I just need
Appreciate
to
you have
turn
for
this.
the invite, by the way, also, bro.
Yeah, of course.
My first podcast, bro. It's also kind of fun to just like talk and change
Yeah.
ideas, and also when it's recorded, you know, you could kind of look back on it, kind of look
Yeah.
back at the
And
conversation, or
the editor that we're in right now, Riverside, it's an AI editor, so it'll cut it all up into content like crazy.
really,
Yeah, yeah. So it's
that's sick.
super.
That's
This is
really
how I
sick.
do all my content, like all my client calls I take on Riverside. So I can just cut it up and shove it into content. I've actually done a bad job. I have like probably hundreds of pieces of content ready to post. I've just
Mhm.
been too lazy.
Yeah, me as well. Just sometimes it's like I have all these video ideas, and like I write them down, and then it's just like I end up forgetting about them, or like I'll remember the good ones, or like I don't know. For me, it's like if I don't do something in the moment, like I can have all the good ideas I want, but then it's like fuck, like I just, you know what I mean? It'll be like out of there.
Well,
Like if I
you
don't
need
like
to
do it
have,
right away.
yeah, you need to have some sort of system, like a productivity system to keep it all. Like have you heard of getting things done, like GTD?
No, I haven't. What is it?
So it is a book by David Allen. This is the copy of the workbook, and I can send you a free PDF of it if you want. It's a very intense like
I'm down.
system to stay organized. And so actually for my Black Friday deal in my schoolyard is I'm selling it as part of a Jack OS package on how I'm managing my business, like everything to do with my business and what I'm doing. So just let me know if you can see my
Sick.
screen because I'll give a quick demo.
Yeah, I see it.
Okay, so right here, everything is run through Apple Reminders. And what that looks like is I've got an in tray. And so an in tray and a GTD system is very different than a to-do list. A to-do list means you have to do. This is just like my second brain. It's an area to keep every idea that goes into my brain. And very often I'll say, hey Siri, remind me to, and then it'll continue. And like I say, I don't know, remind me to call Pablo in 20 minutes, or remind me to book a haircut, or remind me to this. And because of the way GTD is set up, it's very intricate, a little bit overcomplicated. But once you get it right, like I have with my Apple Notes, I have the confidence that like any good idea I have, I'm not going to lose because it's going to go into my in tray. And so my in tray is just composed of a bunch of undefined next actions. And so what next actions means is that a to-do list, like if you say to-do list, philosophy homework as a
Yeah.
to-do list is fine, but it's not like actionable. So you want to always structure your to-do list and structure your what you need to get done in an actionable verbiage. So now I've got better at that. So I even when I go, hey Siri, and shove it into my in tray, because in tray is fine if it's not well defined. You can literally say like, hey Siri, remind me philosophy homework. But more importantly, it's important to just once you're going through your in tray. So every week I do a weekly review where I get current, I get concise, I get clear on what I need to do, and I start bottom up. And so the rule with your in tray is once you pick something up, you can't put it down until it's organized. So if I pick this up, essentially, get my projects on Speechify on River. So I know I accidentally messed that up when I said that to my Siri yesterday. Get my projects on Riverside all organized. So this is a little vague in terms of what the next action is. So the next action is open Riverside and find unpublished content. So that's like step one, unpublished. How do you write? Wow,
Publish
not even
content.
close.
And so the idea, I guess the idea is like, so you, I guess I've kind of tried to do something similar like this, but I think just it's not, it doesn't really work as well as this seems to do. Is that I had a folder on ChatGPT, and then basically I tell it ideas when I think of it in the moment and stuff like that. And I kind of go through, so I have like a project and like different chats in the ChatGPT, but it doesn't really organize it into like a calendar or folders like,
Yeah,
and you know what I mean, like visually appealing
yeah.
like this
I mean,
does, right? Because it's
It's
just
good
chapter.
to use. Yeah, it's not a bad idea to use your ChatGPT. What is this? iDropper? What?
Because it does
It's not.
remember, and then you can call things back, but it doesn't remind you
Yeah,
really. Like, so like this is kind of
yeah,
like connecting AI with
yeah. Like I've got
does it use AI?
no. I keep my to do list separate from my AI. I mean, I have a certificate from my college in ethical AI prompt engineering, so I'm pretty fucking fire at using AI. Uh,
Yeah, like I
but
have a similar thing going on. I have
yeah,
one
you've
that
got
says nice like ice, and one like whatever. Let's say if I'm trying to work on ideas for a certain like marketing project or whatever, then I'll just do one for that, and then I'll do like start make, by the end I'll have like 10, 15 chats inside of it,
yeah,
and like
yeah.
kind of keeps my
So
organized.
I've
It's like a different brains, you know? It's like, oh, this is like
exactly.
the nice like ice brain. I keep it all in here.
Yeah, it's
It's pretty
important to
cool
stay
stuff.
organized like that because otherwise your AI will get confused. My AI, like these clones, I paid 1,000 US to get the coding to write a proper clone and to like make sure that it operates in the way I want it to. So for example, if I
Really?
pull up, yeah, so it was a Tony Robbins event they were running the AI Advantage, which is actually this. So this is the inside of it. So it was $1,000 to get into here and to get all their stuff. And $1,000 is a lot of money, but it has been worth it and then some. So like even just their prompt library is sick. It's like, what do you want to do? Do you want to do productivity, writing, social, health, marketing? You're a marketing guy, right?
Marketing. I mean,
Let's do.
yeah, I guess I'm trying to mix marketing, business, and messaging. I guess messaging is marketing, but like, yeah, like meaning, marketing, and artistic, like this deep artistic desire I've always had. But the
So like,
marketing is obviously like a really important part in all of it, right?
yeah. So I have a marketing clone that I put out. So if I go create a catchy slogan for school yarders that incorporates the word recess over, I mean, I already kind of have my slogan, recess over revenue, and conveys brand voice. It's like, I don't know, my personality. So it should be able to just run with this because I've already made the clone. So it already knows how I talk. I'm going to go through a really cool project, the Find Your Voice and Multiply output. So I'm going to train my AI to write exactly like me, which I've already done pretty well, but apparently this is just going to put it on crack. So I'm excited to do this sometime today. But like,
Seems
I'm
pretty
busy.
sick because I could see. So like, well, this by itself, like, I is cool and all, but what's even cooler is like the fact that, or if you could get the different clones to be doing like work, like simultaneously. Or I don't know if that's
Yeah,
gonna be so probably something more of the future. Or, I mean, some people are probably
that's what
starting to do that already.
that's what I do is like, I have this one project I'm going to do where I got connected with one of the past like marketing executives of Nike.
Really
And
sick.
this is her GPT that she made to like make you a brand kind of like personality with all your graphics. And so I'm going to dive into this. But what I was doing is like, see how much prompting I gave it? All I
Yeah.
did was I just took my clone and I did a split view, right? I think so. Yeah. So I did a split view and then I'm
Yeah,
just
yeah.
having these talk to each other. So I'm going to copy its answer, throw it in here. They're just going to keep talking to each other. And because I
And
know my
can
clone is already loaded with everything it needs to be loaded with. So then I can just like go out of this chat, go do something else, like organize my to-do list or work on whatever
Yeah, or you
else.
could like program it so they could imagine like you could get two chats to talk to each other for like hours while you're like doing something else. And then
Yeah,
they
but
find up and they really sharpen ideas in that way without you being there.
in my opinion,
Does that work?
I think that would work like because I know the back end of how AIs work, like GPTs and how they think. Like, you know why GPT, like when you're saying like, yo, GPT, make this 500 words, and then it makes it like 375, and you're like, are you dumb? Do you know why it can't figure out how many words it needs to be using?
Yeah, yeah. Like certain things it'll like miscount.
But do you know why behind the programming of AI, why that
No.
happens? So artificial intelligence doesn't think in terms of like words in the way we do. So when I say the sentence, I have a dog named Jack, it doesn't think like it doesn't think of that sentence the same way you and I just thought of it. Cause like you and I just thought of it. And as humans, we probably focus on have a dog and then name Jack. But like I had like there's certain words you pay less attention to as a human and certain words you pay more attention to because otherwise your brain would overload. GCTs pay attention to literally every single word that has ever been sent to them. And so for them not to overwhelm themselves, how they respond is they respond with tokens. So instead of like, if I told you Pablo
Interesting.
or I met you on the street and I said, what's your name? Your processing is going to be, my name is Pablo. You don't even process, right? It's like instinctual. But GPT, if I ask GPT, what's your name? It's going to have to think of the most probable sentence to answer that. So the most like, and when I say probable, it's going to reference all of its training data. So like, I think it's 300,000 football field sized Excel sheets worth of text. aka like all the Shakespeare books, all the Harvard books, all the like any book, any literature ever. Like that's when people say, what is AI trained on? It's trained on like all of human existence in text form.
Yeah,
And
like
now it's
large
starting to get
amounts of
trained.
data in text
Like
form. Yeah.
LLM is large language model. So large language
Yeah.
model is
Yeah.
just a
Yeah.
model that
LLM.
has
Yeah.
been, yeah. So it's really cool because it thinks in tokens. So once you understand that, it changes the way you use GPTs because you're like, I understand that my GPT is just dumb.
Mhm. It's about
Like,
guiding it. Yeah.
yeah, exactly. Like by
Like what I've
itself,
been
it's
telling a lot of people. Go ahead. You can finish.
by itself, AI is useless because it's going to give you the most probable answer ever. And if it's more probable, it's less valuable because it's less unique. Like if I sold you the most normal apple ever, are you going to pay more or less money than if I sold you the rarest apple to like ever be found in the Cayman Islands or whatever that's like coated with gold or whatever, you know?
Yeah, I know what you mean. No, yeah, 100%. I completely agree. And I think the people say AI is the future, but I think it's really people who know how to use AI and like guiding AI in a certain direction. So like for me, I've like, for example, found like a lot of success in sharpening my own ideas and creativity skills just by even like talking into ChatGPT and like letting my thoughts out in real time and I'll send it whatever, right? Like 300, 400 blobs of text. And it's
Mm-hmm.
like me guiding it to a very, very specific point that I need it to get to, where I'm trying to like just use all the adjectives. And I can't have people around me when I'm doing this. Like I'm just kind of by myself and I'm kind of talking to it and like letting fully my thoughts out of like what I'm thinking in my head of like this vision that I have, but I want it to be a different direction. And I'm like putting all these things in there to kind of guide it like in a certain direction. And like that
Yeah.
way of like learning how to talk to AI, like not type, because typing is completely different. You can't let your ideas out when you're typing, but you
No,
just can't. You know what I mean?
we're talking the same language.
Yeah,
Yesterday, I came
yeah.
up with my
Like
Black
I
Friday.
know you understand. I know you know this
Yeah.
already, probably, but
But
it's
telling audience members is super helpful. Like yesterday I came up with my Black Friday offer and I came up with it because I had a conversation with one of my mentors for like an hour and a half. He helped coach me through like the promo cycle to like get it hyped up and then say sold and then etc. So he told me like because I kept saying I did my first promo cycle and then a bunch of people commented like me I want in and I was like he was like look it's working in real time and I was laughing because I'm like these guys have already paid like all these people have already paid me for what I'm selling on Black Friday so it's not really working they're just showing energy because they've already paid and he's like well why don't you just freaking charge them again you idiot I'm like oh so now I upsell those so my Black Friday offer went from one thing to now a huge much higher ticket thing which is very important because it helps me identify who's like committed or not and I'm
well, yeah, it
stacking a
helps you
bunch
know
of
your target
bonuses.
market better too, or like
Exactly.
your
So
customers.
what I'm doing is I'm giving people all my AI clones, how I built them, like templatized for them, the AI cloning like rubric of how they can create their own clones, the free sprint access for life. I'm giving them what I call Jack OS. It's like you text me only on Instagram, I never see those messages because I go on Instagram like less than 30 minutes a week because I've like fully locked myself out. I hate social media apps like that in the sense that they're the biggest time sucks in the world. And like
Yeah,
I've
they
done
just suck
enough
out time, take out hours of your day, and you don't notice
exactly.
it. Yeah,
I've done like enough philosophizing that I realize that like life is crazy short. Like sure I'm 20, but it'll be like this and I'll be 40 with kids and I'll have missed my 20s or missed my 30s. And like I'm not the average person spends 6 hours a day on social medias. And if you do the calculation of what that is, so if we go 6 times 365, it's 2190. And so 2190 divided by 24 is 91 entire 24-hour days on your phone out of a year.
crazy.
So what is
This is
91
crazy.
divided
Yeah.
by, yeah.
And for
So
me, it's more.
90,
Like I wouldn't be surprised if it's for me, it's like 150, like 140 days a year. You know what I mean? Like, because
yeah.
I'm on my phone
So
probably
just,
like 7 hours a day, 8 hours a
yeah.
day.
So
Ridiculous.
just the 91 hours is 24% of your year. Like, so a quarter of your
Yeah.
year Not even your waking hours. Waking hours, it gets worse because you're only awake for 16 to 18 hours a day. So like of entire year, like every inch of every day, 24.9% of it is spent on your phone. So a quarter of your entire lifetime looking at a phone if you just do 6 hours a day on social media or on your phone at all. So like
Yeah,
for
that's
me, I
insane.
realize
That's
that
insane.
I'm like, I'm not living. I came up with my own little quote is if I live a life dictated by my notifications, I will die and look back on my life and feel pathetic and feel like what a waste. You know, the chances of you being alive are like 1 in a trillion, and you're gonna waste
No, like that's the
24.
ultimate nightmare is like
Exactly.
getting to the end of your life and living with like regret, but like living with like deep regret. Because I think regular regret is easy to overcome. Like for me, everyone does things like, oh, I wish I didn't do this thing. I wish I didn't waste time here. I wish I did that. But like that's fine. Like we're at least still young now, so we're figuring it out. But for me, my biggest fear is like deep regret, right? If I get to like 50 and I'm like, wow, I remember all those chances I didn't do. I remember all those conversations I didn't have because I was scared. I remember like all these things, like all those risks I didn't take,
Mm-hmm.
all those days I spent doing nothing, like on my phone, for example, like we're talking about here. Uh, yeah, 100%, bro. 1,000%.
Yeah, well, we're talking the same language. Let's do because this will be helpful material for my Black Friday offer. Is we'll say this is what you get if you sign up for Jack OS. This is like half of the kind of idea. Let me share my screen and you'll follow along with your phone. It'll take you like 2 seconds, and we'll set you up a screen time system that'll save you like 5 hours a day. So do you see my screen with just my little phone at the middle? Yeah. All right. So we're going to go Screen Zen, which is this app. We're going to go more, friends, add a friend, link. I'm going to text it to you. So you're going to give me your number. What's your number?
514-244-0214.
Yeah. Yeah. So I've done way too much work figuring out what the best social media like blocker is. And I found it Screen Zen, which is a completely free app run by a single dude. And he's super innovative, super like well thought out of everything he does. And he personally is responsible for me cutting my screen time like in nothing. And so already, because I'm in a very big launch phase, this little app library is very unlike me. Like usually I'm at inbox 0, but because I'm launching my Black Friday sprint, like obviously my fucking school is blowing up. I haven't had time to check emails, but like part of the GTD workflow, especially with the inbox 0 at the end of the week, is you get your inbox to 0 every week. So obviously I've spent a couple weeks just so like head in the sand building what I'm building for my Black Friday launch that I've let it slip. But what's cool about the system is you can let it slip and then just in one weekend get back to ground zero, feel like fully refreshed. That's the biggest benefit of screen time, of staying organized, of everything, is that you're going to be focused. Like you're going to be, how do I say it? You're going to be present. You're going to be at ease in the sense that it's going to feel like you have the creative freedom and like your mind feels light and airy in the way that you don't need to
feel cluttered.
Exactly. So like when I see a home screen like this, my brain feels cluttered. So a lot of the time what I do is for apps I don't need notifications from, I turn off the little dongle right here. Snapchat, I don't know how many I have. I might have like 10, I might have 100. I hide it. LinkedIn, I hide it. Facebook, I hide it. Discord, I hide it. Even my GoFundMe, I hide. I only have notification dongles on what I need to address. So this is family.
Like your priorities,
Yeah. So this app itself is another like productivity hack I figured out. It's one app. So I get notifications from just this one app. It's called Beeper. From just this one app, I get Instagram DMs, WhatsApp, Discord, LinkedIn, and I can add more. I could add my Telegram in here. You can do X, Signal, Messenger, Google. You can do everything.
That's really
and so
sick.
Yeah, I've been very like committed to Beeper, but apparently there's actually even a better one online that apparently
What's the
has.
beeper?
Sorry?
I've heard the word beeper the other day. I forget what it like
Yeah.
maybe on text, but it was just like it said someone just said beeper like out of context, and I was like, "What?" And then I just forgot about it until this moment now.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But that's actually a really cool idea. So you can just connect all your things into one, and you could see. Yeah, you just have one app. It's kind
Exactly.
of more
So
simple.
I just have one app to go like. So now I'm trying to look up the other one because actually I would make the pivot right now all in one, because apparently there's one that brings in your iMessage stuff. I know Beeper is good. Yeah, okay, so there's Beeper and then there's Texts. So apparently Texts has. Wait, what? Text is now just Beeper? Wait, what?
Really?
So they say Apple, but I have not figured out how do you. Okay, how do you put in your iMessage?
Or you have to link your Apple ID into it.
Mm,
Who
maybe,
knows? Well, maybe it's a new
maybe,
update.
maybe. Yeah, let's see if I look up. So the other one is texts.com. So if I look up, it's kind of funny that I'm just using my phone on my laptop. Text
Yeah,
free. That's really funny. I think Beeper like recently bought Text. Then they must have just bought the competitor out.
we just set it into existence. Crazy.
I guess. Yeah, text.com is now Beeper. Holy smokes.
Wow.
That's pretty crazy.
Wow.
So my Beeper just got
That's pretty
updated.
crazy.
Yeah. So my Beeper just got updated. What might be actually easier is if I just open up Beeper desktop, because I'm sure that's an easier way to program in your iMessages. Because if I can put my iMessages in, then it would be perfect. Because then I feel comfortable hiding all the notifications from everywhere else except for Beeper. And for me, that's super
Right.
satisfying because I just get to like go through all of these. So let's go settings. Might be a little overwhelming, but it's just like reconnecting.
That's so sick. And then Beeper has um just access to the messages on your account, but it's like a trusted company, so it's like they handle all the
Yeah,
privacy well
yeah,
and stuff.
yeah. It's super legit. Like they have some like backup code that you can download and keep forever. So I have that code
Nice.
hidden somewhere. I was touching this button.
'Cause these days I've been realizing recently, like everything is so connected, like from different emails to like Instagram accounts, and then you hear about like data leaks in like randomly online, like whatever, or like people selling like what's it called? Like people just like selling information online. I feel like it's so important these days to have like 2FA on everything and have the codes
Yeah,
because
yeah.
that's
You
like
need.
with that then you're fine. Like if it's a pretty simple step, but a lot of people I think overlook that and then they just have their account hacked and then all of a sudden their credit card is just being used and then they have to
Yeah,
cancel their credit card, blah blah blah. Because everything is like so connected, like Apple ID to your uh uh Gmail, you know what I mean? To your
yeah,
apps, whatever it is.
yeah. So now I'm just trying to figure out how to do iMessage. Doesn't look like they have it here.
Maybe they don't have it yet
Well,
and they're going to
it
release it
says right
soon.
here iMessage Connect, but for some reason it's grayed out. So why is it grayed out is the question.
Interesting.
So it's interesting. They now have a Beeper Plus, which is $9 a month, which what I like to do, and I think is always a hack, is when it's a newer company and you're like messing around with it and they have a cheap monthly subscription, you text their support and you say, hey, can I get a lifetime subscription? Because for me, I'll use Beeper my whole life as long as it's still reliable, it's still accomplishing what I want to. I feel like the developers are good behind it because they like work hard. So what I do is Beeper Plus seems like a pretty good deal at $9 a month. Yeah, $10 a month, like that's good. What's unlimited?
Yeah.
Unlimited is you get unlimited total accounts, priority support. So get help and say, do you a lifetime subscription? So I've done this with a couple apps like Rise Sleep, which this is actually really good that we're having this conversation because essentially right now I'm just demoing the Jack OS that I'm going to sell. So Rise
Okay,
Sleep
sick.
is this app, which shows that I don't sleep nearly enough. I've been working too hard, but it takes your
Or
data from yeah, it takes your data from your watch, from your if you don't have an Apple Watch or a Fitbit tracker, it takes your data just from microphone of like how restless you are during the night, and then it adds up your sleep time over 2 weeks, and then comes up with a sleep debt number. And so, like me personally, from different experiences in life, is when I'm at zero sleep debt, I kind of feel like an Energizer bunny. Like I've got energy all day. I can do whatever I want. I can work out whenever I want. I can like perform high level in
yeah,
my sports. But when I've like stayed up all the time and I'm like this is probably as bad as my sleep debt has ever been because I've been in full work mode. Like I stay up way too late, work way too long.
yeah.
Like this is a little inaccurate. I also slept from. I wonder if this is
Lighting my
gonna work.
camera
This is
quickly.
yeah. This is probably not gonna work because it's on my laptop. But what I can do is I'll open up my phone here, add it. So I fell asleep at like last night. I fell asleep at like 11 and slept for a good hour or two. So like you can manually change when you like you if you're at your like I don't know what it is, but your something didn't catch on, you can just add it, save. Was that so yeah, so now my energy got changed a bit. So if I lock my phone and I reconnect, it'll show yeah, so instead of losing some amount of hours, I gained some amount of hours yesterday, which makes more sense because I did a weird little sleep. Like I slept from here till here.
It's actually such a cool app though, because
It's
and
really
to, you
yeah,
can it kind of brings to your eyes like well, I feel like a lot of things in life are like everybody kind of knows about them. Like there's so many things that are obvious, right? Like oh, you don't sleep enough, but you're gonna be
mhm,
tired. Like you don't sleep enough. You sleep like 10 hours less in 1 week, and then oh, that week you happen to have whatever more mood swings, or you're more
yeah,
tired,
or you
or like
just
you
feel
feel
like
like
shit.
less driven. And like now you just like now it's kind of just like you look at the app and it's like, oh well, I mean, it makes
Yeah,
sense. Like that's just the way science
exactly.
works. And like
Yeah,
it
you
brings us from the back of our mind to the front of our mind.
yeah.
The way
So
I view it, at least.
as someone that promotes like low screen time, right now because I'm in launch mode, like my school screen time every day is ridiculous. Like let's look at my last week. This is the most screen time I've had in like years. And it's all because I'm on
Hmm.
school, like I'm nurturing DMs, I'm selling people. But so I'm on my phone way too much, but it is pretty productive. It's school, ChatGPT,
It's
messages,
on school. Yeah.
yes, editing, Safari. So like look how far down you have to go to Instagram. So this week for Instagram, I've spent 23 minutes during the entire week so far, which is pretty cool. And
It's
so if you
very
like,
good. I mean, that's a
yeah,
lot.
if you
Like honestly, like I'm definitely gonna download the that app that stops screen
screen
time because I need to stop that like immediately. Like I could be a lot more productive with my time, I feel like these
exactly,
days.
and especially when you start out, you're like, wait, I have how much time in the day to do whatever I want? Like I could do like if you are
Yeah,
on
so
Instagram
much.
for 5 hours a day, and then all of a sudden you block yourself to it's only after like 1 hour a day you get locked out, you all of a sudden have 4 hours that you didn't have before. So the biggest like ROI you can have on your time.
Yeah.
Um,
And time is the most valuable thing in the world at the end of the day.
exactly.
Time
Exactly.
is more important than anything. So time doing
Exactly.
things, like real things, rather than scrolling, I mean,
Yeah, because
that's like a
scrolling is
huge, huge problem.
yeah, and scrolling will literally like never help you. Not gonna like
Yeah.
it's
No
gonna
matter what.
ruin your life. Yeah, it's gonna ruin your life instead of make it good.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna send this email. Just might as well because for screen like Beeper, their subscription is even cheaper than Rise. But I was on Rise. I've been on it for like 3 years now, and they were even more of a like developing company when I asked them for the lifetime, and they gave it to me And now I think the subscription is like $40. Actually, I cannot quote it. I don't know how much Rise is. Rise Sleep subscription. How much is it? Nice. They're being super not transparent about it. That's really annoying. I always find that so ghetto when they don't just have like a pricing
Yeah.
tab.
Transparency is like the biggest thing, I think. One of the biggest things, especially these days, for companies to grow,
Yeah.
transparency is a huge, huge, huge thing, you know?
Especially because in the world of AI, like trust is at the lowest it's ever been. So to gain people's trust
Yeah.
takes like quadruple the work it used to for later generations. Like, think about it. Think
Yeah.
about this.
Because like almost
In my
nobody's trustworthy these days. Like most companies, you can't really trust most companies, right? Like
yeah,
that's why a
they
company that
want to
starts off with yeah, building
maximize
themselves on
profits.
trust. Yeah. I feel like the companies now building themselves on trust now and using like new technology that's obviously the future, like AI, for example, and like whatever different strategies and like mixing AI trust with transparency, authenticity. Those, I feel like those are going to be some of the most unique and highest revenue generating companies of the future. Like that's just what it
Yeah,
is, I feel like. Especially
because
as people start to protect their privacy more and as privacy becomes a bigger issue on the online space, I feel like that's going to be a really, really important factor in the growth of these like new startups and new companies.
yeah, 100%, 100%. Like you said earlier, and I forgot to comment on it, that you're not going to get replaced by AI. You're going to get replaced by someone that knows how to use AI better than you.
Exactly.
Like, I mean, unless you're a freaking truck
Precisely.
driver, they're going to get definitely. But like, otherwise, if you're not a
Yeah.
truck driver, you're pretty safe. So what I'll do is I'll hold this open. So this is my screen time settings, and I would lock myself out for 2 minutes before I can edit my settings. So I almost never go back on my settings because like I don't have 2 minutes. Like to especially in today's attention span, you almost never have.
Yeah. And those 2 minutes, like kind of reminds you like, yo, you shouldn't be here. Like, yo, bro, like don't go back on your decision, bro. Like, it kind of reminds you, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You know Charles Rivet, right?
Yeah, yeah. I love Charles.
He just texted me. He goes, "Amazing stream with Pablo, greatest collab ever."
Is he actually listening? That's sick.
I don't know. I don't know. I posted on my Instagram story, so he must have seen it
Or,
somewhere.
well, yeah, maybe you'll see it on the story. Yeah, no,
Yeah,
dude, Charles is super, super intelligent, man. Great kid.
yeah.
Super nice
He's a
guy.
god and super hardworking.
Yeah, he's a god,
I
bro.
I have I
There's not
have
a lot of people who you see can be like that nice, genuine, smart at the same time. I'm not even trying to glaze him, but he's always been such a nice guy.
well, he's a nice guy, but once you get actually close friends with him, and Charles, if you're watching, I'm about to shit on you. Love you. Yeah. He will like never ever make plans with you, and he's admitted it that it's his worst quality. He's like he expects people to make plans with him, but he will like it's almost like
Mm,
programmed into his brain to never reach out to people. And so like him,
mm.
my friend Josh Lynch, I always tease them. I'm like,
Yeah,
guys, I
Josh
could
Lynch.
yeah, I'm like I could die and you guys wouldn't figure it out for weeks. And they're all just kind of
Funny.
like, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, you're kind of right. I'm like, bro, that's not something you should just like admit that I'm right about. You should be kind of ashamed.
You should be like,
Yeah.
oh, bro, like I gotta work on it. But yeah, it's kind of cool to see people who are also like open about their mistakes, though, kind of open about it, self-aware about it.
Yeah, and they're
Or not
also
even
open about
mistakes,
it.
but just their habits. I guess they're not even mistakes. They're just like habits. Some people like don't even kind of like just
Yeah, I
built into
mean,
people, and then they kind of like kind of
exactly.
funny.
Like Josh is open about it, but he's also like, dude, I got to focus on becoming a lawyer. Like, I don't really
Yeah, like he's real with
like
himself.
he's
Yeah,
like, yeah, like sure, it would be better if I did, but at the same time, I'm just like, give me a break. Let me focus on other stuff. Like, I know you'll always be there. I have the anti argument where I'm like, no, you're wrong. Like, you need to be um present now because you'll only have the present moment now. Like, you can't. I firmly believe that
I agree with that.
you should not put off what is the right thing to do in the moment, because the chances that you just die tomorrow are higher than the chances that you were born. Like, just mathematically
Yeah, much
speaking,
higher,
for you to be
much
born, it's
higher.
like 1 in a trillion, and for you to die, it's a lot
Yeah.
less than 1 in a trillion.
And now we
So
could even think about like now imagine being born, but born into a position where you have so much opportunity. I feel like we share that
mhm,
pretty we have that in common. There's plenty of
mhm,
people around the world who, yeah, they're born, they won the race, right? Like in their mother's body, they won the race, but now they wake up into this world and they have to worry about what their next meal is. You know, how they're going to get food for the next meal, or like how
yeah,
they need to find a job to now get food. Even people like I guess a big example would just be third world countries. Um, so it's kind of crazy once we can become self-aware enough to be like, okay, like we have to use you just everyone has to use their position to their best of their abilities and follow their natural instinct, especially if they believe their natural instinct comes from like a good place and from good values. You know what I mean? I
mhm.
feel like that's really really sick.
Do you have are you nicelikeIce.com?
Yeah, it's nicelikeguys.ca. So I have nothing on it right now. So I used
Yeah.
GoDaddy to host the website, and I'm working on a design right now for the website. But
Where is it? Why can't I find
yeah,
it? Did I mistype it
nice.
somewhere?
Maybe type it at the top.
Yeah. Yeah, you should probably get off GoDaddy because it kinda sucks. I can set
Really?
you
You
up
think
with
so?
a better provider, yeah. There's this app called Go High Level. It's a CRM manager, so I don't know, I guess we can get into a bit of business speak now. Like, tell me what you're doing, what your plans are, what your revenue is, what your long-term goals are, short-term goals are. Just, like, introduce me to your business and let me see if I can help you or not.
Yeah, 100%. So I've kind of been thinking about this bit, like it all kind of happened really naturally, right? So like this is basically, oh, at least for now, I don't even fully view it as a business, but I view it as like a passion I'm growing, like with just like what I'm being told in my own head, like, oh, Pablo, like you enjoy, you know, promoting something, you enjoy like making artistic videos, or you enjoy editing videos, videography, directing. You know what I mean? Like now I discovered, oh, Paolo, you enjoy painting, like just 5 days ago. So it's almost like the whole point of this Nice Like Ice is me kind of being proud and confident of like of my of my actual passions. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
I feel like my whole life I was telling myself like, oh, you're just gonna do finance and I guess you'll go into banking and like blah blah blah. But like since I was since I could remember, I've always loved like making content. You know what I mean? Any sort of content. And like even at for a certain point of time, like I was making like gym content and I was like using that as an outlet to express myself. Like I would just do a posing video, I was proud of my physique and I'll just post on TikTok. But it was kind of not, it was still not fully me, right? Because it was just the gym part of me. So now Nice Like Ice is kind of like, okay, like this is like I have this cool philosophy about life, and I like making art, and I like, I guess marketing. I guess at the end of the day, it's like marketing positivity through my own like artistic ways or through my own creative vision. So it's really like my overall passion, I guess, would be a creative direction, right? And then so Nice Like Guys allows me to do that in like any which way I desire. And I'm just slowly building it with meaning, with having fun. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It doesn't really feel like work because like I feel like it's like such a passion, and I don't even think really about money, at least yet. Like I understand how much I've invested into it, but I don't fully understand exactly like what I'm trying to build it into. Like I see the bigger picture, but it's still pretty vague. And I'm kind of just taking it step by step and trying to make like the highest quality stuff possible, the most unique stuff possible. It's starting off very slowly. I know I could be doing a lot more, but I'm also just kind of taking it slowly and like just like proving myself. I keep on proving myself over and over, like, oh shit, like this is like kind of working for you though, because it allows you to express yourself, and then it allows you to kind of discover talents that you are maybe not too confident about, like earlier on in your life. And like now you can
Yeah.
kind of just do it. And then you can see if people give good feedback or give bad feedback. But yeah, it's all linked to like me just enjoying it though. I genuinely love all this stuff, all this creative stuff, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. I resonate with that a lot. And I think long term, building slow in a way that doesn't burn you out, because literally the only way you can lose in this life is if you quit.
Exactly. 100%.
Like if you just did
100%.
if you just did nicelikeIce.ca for the rest of your life, like eventually you'll win. The only thing that can ever make Nice Like Ice fail is
It's
if you
myself.
quit. Like, yeah, like failure
Literally
doesn't
myself.
exist. Yeah, failure doesn't exist in the sense that most people think about it. When you think that I failed, what people are actually saying is, oh, I got a result I wasn't happy with, now I quit. That's why failure
And that makes no sense.
equals, it makes no
Yeah.
sense. But I think you and I understand that, but the general public doesn't understand. They see failure as a reflection of them. Meanwhile, people that are like playing the game of life kind of in a way that they actually are getting the most out of it understand, like, oh, I failed, good, let me not do that again. Like you just live your life like an experiment, like a game, right? Like in a video game, if you
And with a
die, you
sense of
just,
alignment, of course.
obviously, yeah, but you just, in a video game, if you die, you just respawn and then try again and don't do what you just did that got you killed. Like,
That's
unfortunately,
what
we
you
don't get to
learn.
die. We don't get to die and come back, but you get to fail and then just respawn and try again.
That's an amazing point. And like even circling back to what we were saying before of me saying like a lot of concepts they get stuck in the back of most people's brains, right? Most people's heads. And then like so I guess almost like Nice Like Ice is me also trying to communicate things, and through art and through writing and whatever content that brings stuff from the back from people's like the back of their heads to like the front of their heads. And like maybe the most people who don't think about it too much will be like, oh, that's obvious, oh, like this is obvious, blah blah blah. I'll have conversations with people and they'll be like, that's, well, yeah, obviously, Pavel, like, and then I'll be like, oh well, oh, you knew that already though, right?
Well, if
And
it's
then they'll be
obvious
like,
and you're
yeah,
not, if you're
but
obvious,
you're
if
not
it's
practicing
obvious
it, then it's
and
not that obvious.
exactly, if you're obvious, sorry, if it is obvious and you're not practicing it, then it's not working.
It's not working. Exactly.
Like, it, sure, obvious is sick, but like, I, so this is the coolest experiment you can do with any of your friends is you say, are you happy with how your life is right now? And most of them will say no. But the few that say yes, you say, all right, let's do a life audit. And they're like, oh, how are you going to do that? Like, give me your phone and show me your screen time and then show me your bank account. Show me how you spend your time and how you spend your money. And that will tell me more about who you are than any conversation we can have. And most people won't do it because they are so ashamed. They're like, oh, wait a second. He
Yeah.
knows.
And
Like,
that self-doubt is literally their instinct telling them, oh, well, no, I'm not as honest as I think I am. You know what I mean? I'm not as honest with my friend as I think I am. I'm not as proud
but
of my life as
even
I think
more
I am.
dangerous, yeah, even more dangerous than that is not that they're not honest with you, but they are, what that like triggers in them is, wow, I was not honest to him, but more importantly, it triggers, I lied to him so easily that obviously I have started to believe my own
I've
lies.
started to lie to
So
myself. I've been lying to myself.
exactly. Like when you're a fresh child and you go from being a child where you run around and you spend 8 hours a day just running in the fields and playing on playgrounds and playing sports and having fun, when you, let's say you teleported from that life to a life where you spend 6 hours a day on your phone in one day, you go from outside all the time to that one day, you'll feel so terrible. But it doesn't work like that. Life doesn't work like that. Life works where you get a phone and then you spend 4 minutes a day on it for your first week. And then that 4 turns to 8 and then 8 to 16. And then 3 years later, you're spending 7 hours a day on your phone and you feel no guilt about it because the story you tell yourself is the only story that matters. And the story you tell yourself is, oh, it's not that bad. John over there has 9 hours a day. And it's all
Yeah,
because
and the comparison.
human, yeah, like
The
humans think
comparison
that
is a thief
they're,
of joy. That's what people say.
yeah, comparison. I have my own
It's a
ideas
thief of
about
joy.
that.
So
Like
like what I'm saying is
comparison,
like in terms of like what you're saying is like people kind of get lost in the sauce and like in terms of what you're saying, right? So they go through life and then they realize like they're changing and they're changing and but they don't really realize it, right? And then they all these things subconsciously are happening to them and they start doing things that they're not deep down like their actual instinct or what they were the values they were brought up with or whatever it is, like deep down they know they don't want to be doing this, right? Like they know like no, but then they get swayed different directions. That's what I mean by like comparison is a thief of joy. They People just get lost in the sauce and in this sort of like, oh, I'm comparing myself to the to everything around me instead of comparing myself to myself and like being true to myself, right? So it's
yeah.
like that's
So
my definition of really being true, you know?
what I what I personally rebuttal against that is that comparison itself is not the thief of joy. Humans need comparison because you need to have a ladder system. You need society to be hierarchical. Otherwise, there will be no progress. If
I agree with that.
if
Yeah.
if you weren't able to compare yourself to Elon Musk and be like, he is richer, he works harder than me, I should probably try to work a little bit harder because of his life. If you don't compare yourself, you won't. There's no motivation for action. So comparison is not the thief of joy, it's jealousy that's the thief of joy. And jealousy
Yeah.
always
Jealousy.
comes from comparison. Because if I compare myself
Yeah.
to you,
And insecureness.
and
Like for
yeah,
insecureness is a there's it's kind of funny. Like there's so many different words that like humans like have just made have like invented to describe all these things, but they're all connected at the end of the day, right? Like jealousy, envy, can connect to comparison, whatever, insecureness, secureness, like these all these sort of different sayings, and they're all kind of it's kind of like you could infinitely dig deeper and deeper. And then that's why I feel like the words like trueness for me, or at least have like made me understand it better, like for at least for myself.
yeah,
But yeah, I agree
yeah,
with you though. Comparison is not the thief of joy. You need to know how to compare, but you also need to know how to balance. Like the
exactly.
I guess, and
You
even
need to,
for me, like the whole nice like guys thing has always been that balance. I guess it kind of signifies balance, right? So not freezing up and also not liquefying, right? You freeze up, you kind of just like don't do anything, you don't move forward. You liquefy and you kind of lose yourself and you kind of just go in the flow of life instead of being in the present and reminding yourself like, oh, this is who I am. But yeah, I can be better here. I can be realistic, but I can also not be too hard on myself. And then you can kind of do that in line with the things
yeah.
you know are good to do,
We're speaking the
etc.
same language. The three rules when you join the schoolyard are one, you have to have fun. Two, you have to make it easy, whatever it is. And three, you have to not take yourself too seriously. If you
I
are not
agree,
having
bro. All
fun,
three of those, 100%.
I
100%.
spent a long time coming up with that list. If you don't have fun, you're not burn out and it won't work. If you don't make it easy, people aren't going to buy from you because if it's not easy from you, it's not going to be easy for other people. And if it's not easy, you will also burn out and eventually fail. And then if you take yourself too seriously, people are just not going to mess with you. Like at the end of the day, like
Yeah.
if you, let's say I
People who take
was
themselves too seriously is when they get lost in ego. I
Mhm.
like this big thing also with my thing I was building, like when I was coming up, when I was kind of thinking about it and thinking about like what's important to me, what's not important to me, is like this sense of how people need to realize that they need to they need to make a conscious effort to not let their ego take over too much and not let their empathy take over too much. You have to have empathy for yourself and empathy for others, but then you can't lose yourself, right? Then you can't not have any ego because then always you're not going to believe in yourself all of a sudden. So it's a constant recalibrating and like being self-aware enough to be like, shoot, I'm so angry right now at this person or this thing. Like I'm not gonna like okay, like relax for a second. I'm not gonna let that change who I am, or I'm not gonna let that make me do something I'm not proud of. Or in another instance, like, oh, here, I'm being overly nice to these people. Like that's nice and stuff, but like at the same time, oh, this person made whatever. This person is like not really treating me with the same respect? Is this person taking me for granted? Like, am I being too nice? Am I being disrespected here? And like you, so you have to balance those two sides, right? You can't be, you can't just be too swayed. You know what I mean? You have to just be
I
you.
So the way you
But
described
like,
that, I really like it, and I think I'm gonna project what my thoughts are on the nice like ice philosophy, and you can correct me if I'm wrong. That being nice like ice is the most like sustainable system to keep moving forward through life in a way that you're present, that you don't burn out, and that you enjoy your life moment to moment. And why that philosophy works is because if you end up freezing like ice, you get stuck in space and you can't move. So that's like anxiety or depression where you literally cannot act. Or you turn into water. And if you turn into water, you will act and you will move, but you're not aligned with who you actually are. And you're just going with the
you're
flow. You're
flowing.
on TikTok. You're on TikTok for 12 hours a day because it's just what you do and what your friends do. And it's what's
Yeah.
like
Or your
normal for
friends
you.
call you
But
to go do something, and deep down, like you're like, oh, I have this other stuff to do, but whatever. I'm just gonna go and do it because I want to go and have fun. I got to live a little bit. But like deep down, your instinct is telling you, oh no, like it's time for a break. It's time for a break. Maybe you should go and do this time. Yeah, it's that
yeah.
balance. The melt.
So
The presence, the presence of time, the you know the proof that time exists. That time is happening. Ice melting. You know what I mean? I guess these are all kind of ways I view it in. It's kind of like a big web
yeah.
of different meanings
So
for me. So it's kind of
So
funny.
like if we teleported 3 months down the line, what do you want Nice Like Ice to be?
3 months down the line, I definitely wanted to have a bigger social media presence where I'm creating maybe a lot of cool creative content, not all deeply meaningful, like this conversation we're having now, but content, like you said before, that doesn't take itself too seriously, right? So I'm trying to market this in a way that's going to be fun, super unserious for a lot of the time, and kind of confusing, and drives a lot of curiosity. And people are like, I don't get this, I don't get the phrase, blah blah blah. But then the people who genuinely like find the art cool are gonna go to the Instagram account or whatever, and then within a matter of minutes they'll be able to understand their own interpretation of what nice like ice means. And like I'm hoping that that'll be a positive thing. Like I'm trying to make that a positive thing, and this sort of mixing self-awareness with kindness, positivity, and yeah, but just being self-aware, not taking yourself too seriously, making kindness become cool. These are the things I'm kind of striving for.
Yeah, I think that's smart.
Yeah.
I think I agree too. Let me just fully
And I
delete
guess,
beeper before I'm getting distracted, but I agree with everything you just said. And so like essentially what you're trying to do when you say social media following, you more mean you're just trying to create a movement, right?
yeah, exactly. Exactly. Like I guess I'm slowly trying to create a movement with this brand name behind it. I guess that would allow me to, like, now that I have the logo's important for me because it's like a logo is something I could design, right? And like all this philosophy and all these meanings I found behind it allow me to make the art a lot more meaningful, and I can make a lot more cool stuff and let my creativity flow much better when I have that meaning, and that meaning behind it, like that sense of importance of like, oh, this is not just like me making art that's kind of useless. It's like me like creating a movement, and I'm having fun with it, and like whatever I can make like funny videos too with it. I can make deeper videos with it, so it's kind of very flexible. But the overall goal is just this sense of bringing people together. At the end of the day, it's kind of a broad, a lot of people say that it's kind of broad, but I express myself this in this brand, and then like bring this sense of like trying to raise awareness for people to not take themselves so seriously. And like when they're walking down the street, when they see people, it's like when you walk past other people, people always, they know, like, shoot, like, that guy is that guy gave me like a weird look, blah, blah, blah. Like, and like at the end of the day, I think if people took themselves less seriously, and they just walked around the street, like maybe a random stranger passing by, they gave them like a little smirk, like a little smile, like, or just a genuine one. You know what I mean? Just like, oh, how are you? Like a little head nod, like small actions like that, where it's kind of just like, we're not all strangers to each other. We don't have people don't have to like go around the world being always scared, right? You also have to take care of your own back sometimes, and you need to realize, like, yeah, for sure. But then like people, I feel like, are too individualistic and stuck in their own world. So it's like
Well,
this sense of,
Yeah, the best reason you follow entrepreneurship is because, I mean, everybody gets into entrepreneurship because they want money. And anybody that tries to convince me otherwise is lying. But eventually, once you're
Mhm.
in it for long enough, you realize that it's not. I got this idea from Alex Hormozy. It's not that you're trying to chase money, which you are usually, because profits is oxygen. Like I tell all my clients, they're like, I don't want to make money. I'm not doing this for the money. I'm building a community. I want to like find like minded people. I'm like, okay, you don't want to make money, but let's say you don't make money for 6 months and you're paying this company to host your thing for $99 a month. Are you going to continue after month 6 or are you going to stop? They're like, stop. I'm like, if you need to breathe as a company, and to breathe, you need profits. Why I bring this up is because Alex Hormozy said, you don't get into entrepreneurship for anything other than the money. But once you start making the money, you realize, what is this all for? And then his philosophy is that you need to become a warrior in whatever you believe in, and you need to fight tooth and nail to bring that message to the masses. Because if you are bringing positivity to the world, it's amazing, and your ability to scale is higher than all the negative and like literal psychopaths of the world. Like there are quite literally 1% of the population that are clinically diagnosed psychopaths and want to do harm to the rest of the civilization. So
Yeah.
you need to
Which is
build
pretty crazy to think
healthy.
about.
It is crazy.
And there's
1%.
also
That's if
plenty of
I,
people who are not psychopaths, but who are just deviant, right? There's plenty of deviant people
yeah, there's just evil
all
people.
around, right? Yeah.
And so what Alex Hormozy says is that eventually you realize that being an entrepreneur is not to make money. It's to beat the bad guys. It's to help the good guys win and to beat
Yeah.
the bad guys. And I just loved when he said that because it
Literally to
clicked.
beat
I'm
the
like, oh yeah,
bad guys. Yeah. I love that,
it's
bro.
quite literally to beat the bad guys. Beat the bad guys.
And it's like,
And
it makes you realize like all, and movies are, and even like all these superhero films, it's very symbolic, on some level as well. Like people view it as like so fake, but it's like, it's real. There's good and there's evil in the world. It's simple. It's as simple as that, right? There's people who are raised not well and they become into deviant bad people, and then there's people who are raised good and they become into good people who want the best for themselves and at the same time want the best for others. Therefore like linking their ego and empathy and being genuine people, right? Like I'm doing this for myself because I'm doing it for myself because I know like that's the only way it could be genuine. Like that's an example, right? So it's
yeah,
like for me,
I would
even nice like
one
guy says, I'm
caveat
almost trying to teach. Yeah, go ahead.
one caveat I would add to that is that it's not. That's pretty cool. I like this podcast. If you have like an availability every week, we can make this a weekly thing because I think we have good ideas to bounce off each other. But
Yeah, it's a sick conversation, bro. I
yeah,
really
yeah,
like
yeah.
this. It's
What
cool.
Yeah, what I would recommend is the way you just got your point across was very black and white. You said people that grow up in bad households or grow up under bad conditions can become bad people. I don't even know if you said the word can. I think you just said directly A equals B. And people that grow up in good households become good people. That's completely wrong. I think the best,
Yeah, you're right. You're right. It was a bit
the
black and
most,
white for sure.
yeah, the most honorable people are people that come from shitty situations and make the most out of it. Like for me to be successful is not nearly as impressive as some guy that grew up homeless and is now a multimillionaire. Like for me
100%.
to become successful is not that impressive because I had a loving family. I was loved unconditionally. I have not that much trauma. I never had to deal with like abuse, alcohol, like
Yeah. Plenty of
excess. I
people
didn't have to
do.
deal with like any vices. I
Yeah.
didn't get beat. I went to like very strong education systems. I grew up in a first world country where I had 3 meals a day, no questions asked. I never had to think, where am I sleeping tonight?
Dude,
I
it was
never
all
had to
taken
think,
care
where am
for
I
us. It's crazy. It was all
exact.
taken care for us,
So like
like
we're
extreme privilege.
pampered.
Like this is extreme privilege.
Exactly. And
It's,
people
and
don't
and
realize that.
most people like us, most people who are in similar positions to ours, we were just born into extreme privilege. They also just kind of take it for granted and don't think about it, and not, you can't think about it too much, but most people just don't even think about it enough, and they don't realize like, wow, I need to make the best out of my position. Like this is crazy. Like this is insane. I can't believe this just happened. Like I should be I should be like all out, all in or all out. Like you have to tell yourself that. Like and you got to tell yourself like I got to do what like I'm going to like love doing. I got to set up my life in a way that's like I'm going to have so much enjoyment, so much fulfillment, because that's the most you can do. Like that's literally the meaning of life, right? Having fun, fulfillment, staying yourself, being a good person. Like that's just what it is. I mean,
everybody's like, what is the meaning for life? And I also heard this one. Um, I heard this one from another, I think it was Alex Hormozy again. It was, what is, so people ask me, what is the meaning for life? And the only meaning for life I've ever like cited where it actually spoke to me and resonated with me and to the point it brought me to tears was I was sitting in Josh's apartment, the Josh Lynch that we both know, and we had just finished like an hour and a half, 2 hour long, like heated argument, him, me, and Potter. And like obviously we're boys, so we're just like, it's so fun having friends that are that tight with you because you know you can just like harass them, you can like assault them, you can pull on their character, you can just destroy them.
Yeah,
And you
because
know
you
that
guys don't
like at
take
the
each
end of it,
other too seriously. And
exactly,
yeah,
at the end of the
that's what
day,
it
you're
is.
just gonna be like, you're gonna be pissed at each other for a day or two, and then you're gonna be like, hey, you want to go get coffee or something, and then you're good. So we were arguing for like over and over again, and then for some reason, I remember Henry left, and then somehow we got into the meaning of life. And Josh, I think I asked Josh like, what's the meaning for life for you? And he's like, I'm not really sure, but like being successful and feeling satisfied with myself at the end of the day. I was like, that's pretty good. Listen to what I just heard. I heard from Alex Hormozy, the reason your meaning for life is already figured out. You don't have to go on some quest to figure it out. The meaning for life, if you just say, if you just take the antithesis of the meaning for life, it is instead of what is my meaning for life, what was my meaning for no death? Because life equals no death, right? It's just negative.
Yeah,
Death is just
life is
negative
like means
life.
no death. Yeah, so it's
Exactly.
like, what do I want to do with my time?
If you
It's,
ask yourself the question, this morning, why did I wake up and not kill myself? If you answer that, your brain is automatically going to have the answers. It's, I don't want to make my mom cry. I don't want to disappoint my dad. I don't want to like abandon my brother. I don't want to abandon my girlfriend. I don't want to abandon my friends. I don't want to miss out on this life. I don't want to miss out on these
yeah.
opportunities of like going to
I
explore
want to
different
eat a
countries and
bagel
meeting new
again.
people.
I want to eat a piece of
You know,
sushi
like,
again.
yeah,
Simple stuff.
freaking like simple
I want to
shit.
feel the rain. I want to feel the cold. I want to feel the rain on my skin. I want to be freezing cold on a 2 hour run in the middle of the nighttime. You know, rain on my face, feeling alive. I want to, like, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like I could
If
almost
you,
picture that, like when people in their last moments, like like that's why I tell myself now, like even any situation that's like I think could be bad, that's like I'm like I tell myself, hold up for a second. It's like, wait, what are you doing, Pablo? Like, really, dude, you're alive. Like, this is sick. Like, you're biking in the rain. Yeah, you're freezing cold. Like, maybe you're uncomfortable. You're gonna be soaking wet before you even get to work. But like, dude, who cares? Like, you can't change your situation, dude. But put a smile on your face. Like, smile, look around, look at the rain. Like, feel alive, bro. Because in the moments before you die, you're gonna you would do anything to get back to this moment. You know,
yeah,
you could find beauty
agreed.
in any moment, dude.
Yeah, which is so, it's just so like important to recognize that and be like, just this present moment that I'm in right now, it might suck. Like I might be running my 45th suicide in a row, you know, or something, but it doesn't like matter because I'm alive. Like I am not dead. I get to so for me, it gets deep in
You
the
got to
sense that like,
feel.
I don't want to, yeah, I don't want to die because I don't want to like abandon my family. Like that's the stuff that really speaks to me, like this relationship. And I'm sure you know, do you know the Harvard study of happiness?
Actually, I don't.
So Harvard has done a longitudinal study of, I think it's called the Happiness Project or something. It is all about surveying a group of people since the 60s, I think, and figuring out on a year to year basis what is making you happiest. And there are like probably a million data points now. And what they've come after doing like different analyses and whatever the statistical terms are, they found that the highest indicator to a happy life is your relationships. So, like running in the rain, feeling alive, having those visceral moments are in very intense emotions of individualism, which I believe in. I think you should need to be an individual before you can be together. But
To be
you
true
can
to
also,
yourself before you're genuinely true to others. Yeah,
exactly.
exactly.
So you can give before you are. But if you are yourself and you are authentic to yourself, you will give more because you'll be giving from a place of authenticity and people can just tell. when you're authentic. Like it's just
Who can tell?
it's it's just obvious. Yeah. So
And I
you
think
need
a
to
lot
be
of
your
people go around life thinking, and like we just said, individualistic, but maybe in terms of a bad way, thinking like, oh, I can see this in other people, and like other people, but other people can't see this in me. And then like that kind of turns other, that makes like individuals sometimes ungenuine. Like when they start to try to do things to sway people around them or do stuff like that when they think about it too much, right? And that's why you kind of got to let yourself just be you. You know, you got to say what you want to say, you got to do what you want to do, not think about it too much. And like especially if you're confident that you're like you're a good person. Yeah, I don't know if I got off topic there for a second, but yeah, no, I
no, no,
agree
no,
with
not
that.
at all. On a bunch of tech, but more just kind of like necessary tools to become profitable because you need profit to breathe. Like you need oxygen, right? Like if you're so you said you've already invested in this. So what does it invested look like? You paid for a course?
No, no. So I've just invested in terms of getting. So the first day I thought about the. So basically, I was saying "nice like us" with my friends already before. I had already heard it. Like I'm not the one who invented that rhyme, right? But like I just had heard it before, and I was saying it with my friends for months and months. And this random day, I was in class and I was try to like look at microeconomics, and I was like, "What are we like? What am I doing here?" Like I couldn't even focus. I was so deep in thought about like what am I doing? I was just completely distracted, to put it simply. And then I just thought about the words "nice like ice." And then like within the span of 30 minutes, I just went and purchased the trademark for it. You know, so that was like whatever
The trademark or the website?
the trademark. That was actually the first purchase I made. And like before I even put any thought into it or what it would become, like I had zero, barely. I for some reason I had a blind belief in that moment. Before I built anything around it, before I built a logo, before I built philosophy, before any of it, I bought the trademark. I think it was like $500, whatever, $600. I did it that day, and then I figured it out from there. You know,
That's pretty fucking sick. I didn't even know you could buy a trademark. So why did your mind go to I need the trademark?
I think just because I guess I believed in it so much in myself. You know, it's sort of a blind belief, but I guess it was just like I need that rhyme. I believed in that rhymes and like that it was such a cool rhyme, and that three syllable line. That sort of nice like ice. Like it's kind of a familiar saying, yet no one's ever really used it for the thing before. And I had been saying it with my friends and kind of turned into like this gag joke that didn't really mean anything. Kind of just meant like, oh, nice like ice. You know, kind of you could just kind of say it like anytime you want, like kind of fits many scenarios. But like usually a positive scenario, usually like, oh, like okay, like you could replace okay with like ice. Like we start to say that like in certain of my friend groups. And I was like, it doesn't really matter. I don't really need people to say the words. That's not really my goal here. But like, I just kind of found it cool the way we're using it. And it just meant, I guess, that much more to me in the moment. And then I just kind of figured it out because I've always wanted to start something and it all happened so like naturally. And it almost blows my mind. Like I was never the type of person to have this sort of confidence in myself or put myself out there like this. And just randomly over the span of the past couple months, I've like become a lot less insecure. You know what I mean? A lot more showing of who I want to be and a lot more direct with myself, you know, and being like, oh,
Okay.
this is what I want to do. Like, I don't care what anybody else thinks. Like, I'm having fun doing this. This is sick. Like, oh, like there's nothing really else to prove me right except for myself. Like, I have this feeling, like my instinct, and it's like, oh shoot, well, there's like no line of questioning that could ever happen to make me stop this, you know,
Yeah. So
on some level.
I think that's really beautiful. And it reminded me of something that happened recently is I got in an argument with a business partner. I got pretty heated for a bit. But what I came out of that is I felt like I'd been treated like small fish. And it was my ego talking as I was like, fuck does this guy know? He literally doesn't know anything about me. Like, what does he know? And I had this, oh my God, kill this little app. There's something binging me every time. Um,
Deeper?
no. I just looked up trademark because I was like, that's a great idea to trademark something. So I might trademark the schoolyard, but I was just looking into it and freaking some AI bot tries to help me. And every time it sends me a message, it goes, dunk, dunk, which is annoying as fuck. Like this right here, it was messaging me and going, dunk, dunk, go away.
It's so funny.
The notifs are so annoying.
So yeah, I basically did it on the I searched it up. Actually, I used ChatGPT to help me like in the moment. I was like, oh, like what's the easiest, best way, most safest way to go and like register a trademark? And then so I just went to like Canada.gov or whatever the Canadian like government website is, and then I just
Look at that. Look at
purchased it
that.
from there.
I said, is this worth it? At Trademark Prism. I just
Yeah,
took a screenshot. Gut answer, I wouldn't do this. And definitely not with this company. That's hilarious. Thank God
yeah,
I asked chat. There's a
yeah.
Reddit
No,
thread
yeah,
about
just do it. Yeah, you could just do it on the Canadian website. So like basically the only thing I trademarked it for was just for the name to be, I guess, used on products. That's all I had
yeah.
purchased at that time,
I kinda
and it's
love you
still like
starting with
pending.
the I kinda love you starting with the trademark because it's so fucking backwards. Like
Yeah, it's completely
realist
backwards. Yeah,
realistically, trademark after you're making like a significant like 4 or like 6-figure a month business.
yeah,
And even I've
yeah,
heard of businesses that like are making millions and they don't trademark because they're like, fuck it, use our stuff. Like we don't care. We are the ones that provide the right service. Like you're not as good as us. So I think that's really funny that you started off with that is actually a huge confidence boost in yourself because you started off with like, I've fucking trademarked this idea. That's almost forcing me to make it work.
exactly. Yeah, and I didn't even have that. Like now, since like thinking about it, like I do tell myself all the time, like, wow, well, Paolo, you doing that stuff was like really important in how much progress you've been able to make since then, because it kind of set it in stone that you were starting this, right? There's no going back, right? There's no going back. There's like, you had the idea, you told yourself, oh, I want to trademark it because I find like it's a cool rhyme, blah, blah, blah. And then boom, 4 days later, you put all this sort of meaning into it, into yourself, into the company and into yourself. And then now all of a sudden you feel extra creative and more creative than you ever have before. And you can just start enjoying this on new levels and finding, meaning and putting out the best content possible.
Yeah.
And I'm definitely not proud of a lot of this stuff I've done with Nice Like Ice yet. Like a lot of this stuff in terms of not proud, I mean, for a while I was kind of posting a lot of just stories when I could have been using hours and hours of all this thought I put into it onto actual like actual projects, like an actual cool videos I could have been posting all this time. You know what I mean? Like I could have definitely used my time better, but at the same time, I've also just been kind of taking it slowly. And since I've been kind of building this sort of meaning for it in my own head, it's going to allow me to now in the future be a lot more smart and creative with how I like present my products, will be content, which will be whatever Instagram stories, like media, art projects. Like I'm doing an art project now where I'm painting like these like 40 3D printed posters, and I'm just going to give them away to like 40 of my friends, like just for in the Christmas season. But there's kind of stuff like that, you know what I mean? And like I kind of come up with these different things, like knowing they kind of don't fully make sense to the traditional business model, but I also know that it's unique and that it's kind of a cool sort of thing. It's kind of different, like I know it's kind of different and weird, so I feel like, oh, might as well continue doing it because I know how weird it is. I've always
Yeah.
been weird.
Yeah. 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 Let's do because we're so aligned, I'm gonna give you about and I don't want to sound like some pompous asshole with an ego, but I'm gonna give you about $10,000 worth of free stuff right now because I think that your message is so powerful that not getting it out, like not getting it out there and actually building a like community and a movement is hurting the
Mhm.
world. So I'm gonna act as your growth operator. Have you ever heard of a growth operator?
Yeah, I feel like I've heard of it. Like
So
someone who
growth
can
operator,
sort of,
yeah,
yeah,
a
go
growth
ahead.
operator takes your business and then says, sick, like what I see, but here's what we can do better. And here's how we can operate it in the background so that you're getting the results you want. So let's take a look. You see my screen, right? So this is an online marketing audit report for Nice Like Ice. So let's do this. You're gonna need, you have a computer in front of you, right? You got a good internet connection, everything. I'll set a timer. Like you see right here in top right, we got like 33 minutes left or something. We're gonna
Yeah.
completely we're gonna completely set up your business from like zero where it is right now, because like I love your mission and everything, but this website is a zero. And your
Yeah, right now it's
Instagram,
very just
yeah,
me and my friends that
yeah,
know
your
about it,
Instagram
100%.
is like is low key like a out of 10. It's, I don't know, like a 7 or 8, because it's really like you're tapping into the curiosity aspect super well. Be kind while you're still melting. Like, so this is your strongest asset, but this itself is not going to create the movement that you want to create. So let's create your
Curiosity.
movement. Yeah, let's create your movement. That's what we're going to do right now, is we're going to create your movement. So I'm going to go through the report with you in a second, but while I'm going through the report, yeah, like I'm literally going to give way too much value away right now, but I don't care. I'd rather help you and then you become
Appreciate it,
successful, and
dude.
then yeah. Let's do
I
this.
mean, I
Let's
really,
do this.
really appreciate it, bro. I mean, I appreciate this conversation like even more.
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
it's
yeah.
kind of cool. I mean, it's very sick.
I agree. I agree. Let's find Rob Bailey. Come on, where did they go? Rob.
Is this
I
sort of
have a
what you do, and you kind of help certain companies with this sort of stuff,
Yeah. So
or is
I
this
help.
just kind of your own insight?
It's a combination. It's a combination of all my own insights and the fact that I help like entrepreneurs build like lifestyle businesses, like businesses that they're passionate about and like can be in that business for years and years to come. And so that is what I do with school, is I give you the opportunity, like everything you were just saying, like that whole conversation we just had, the whole time in my brain, I was like, I'm going to feel like an asshole, but by the end of this, I'm going to pitch him school's $9 a month plan. And it's
Sure.
just, for me, it's a layup. Like you absolutely need to create a school, because what you're saying is you want to blow up your social media following, not for no reason. You're specifically trying to do it so that you can build a movement. And how you build a movement is unfortunately no longer with an Instagram, because you can't build community on Instagram. You can build followers on Instagram, but you can't build community. So if you want to see what a community looks
Yeah.
like, it's like this. This is community, where I've got, for specifically this group, just this group, I've got this many people talking to me and talking to themselves, right? So it's like you go to the YMCA, you meet up with like-minded people, you have fun together. So like look at all these comments. And this is just because I'm helping these people achieve their dream of like living a lifestyle business. So like this is also just proof that
Hmm.
holy shit, I need to go through my damn notifications, because like look at all this. But I've
Yeah.
got like people reaching out to me, people looking for my help. So if I go new, right? We've got Allison, who's excited to be here. We've got Dinka, who I helped her get her first sale like 2 days ago. We've got Michael looking for feedback. We've got
Yeah. This is just where
this guy.
people. This doesn't
It's
mean,
where they
yeah,
hang out.
exactly. Like it doesn't really mean people will. Uh, I know what you're trying to say. Like you can go on here, but like especially if you go on here with a good idea and with passion, then your idea can also like a community can form through school. Because if other people who are on school see like my thing and they think my thing is unique, then that's pretty still organic. It's not just like, oh, we're all in school
It's
together, we're gonna help each other.
insanely,
It's
it's
like
insanely
organic.
organic. It's more organic than any other platform,
Mhm.
because only humans, like you cannot physically get a bot on school. Their bot like cleanup system is the best in the industry. Like I'll have like, so let's check these membership requests. like any of these that are a bot, you can tell by their answer. Most of these are probably not bots, so I'll let them in eventually. But like if a bot requests me, if I just leave them in the membership pending, within like 24 hours, they'll be gone. And then if I look up their profile, they're deleted, like they're blocked by school. So it's the most human like area of all time because you have people just posting little shit posts like this, especially if you build a community
Yeah.
around your personality and who you are. And they're just they're just being themselves. Like there's the problem with Instagram is that you have to not be yourself inherently. You have to make edits, you have to appease the algorithm, you have to talk in a certain way
And
to
it's
get
appease the
clicks.
algorithm. Yeah.
Exactly. School doesn't
And
have no damn.
I definitely have like video ideas to disrupt the algorithm, which I definitely need to start doing that. But that also doesn't create like community, like just a strong of a community. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Like if you want,
Versus, yeah, I know what you mean in terms of community and like, especially I guess a brand or messaging like mine, it kind of needs to be sort of not just like, you can't just see it once or twice and understand it. You got to kind of see it over and over. And then it's slowly people kind of find their own meaning behind like the words nice like ice or like what the brand represents.
yeah. So we're gonna cook. I'm gonna send you in the studio chat on this. I'm gonna send you the link that is required to sign up for a school under me so that then I can help you. But don't click it yet because let's still cook. Like what would you call
Okay,
your
bet.
type of business? You're like probably you're definitely not a carpet cleaner. Let's keep looking through these until we find something. Like you could eventually be like a coaching business of sort, financial advisor. We're just gonna see if any of these resonate. I doubt it, but if any of them do, then it'll be super helpful. Pool builder, real estate agent. It's like, for example, this list I'm going through, like, I don't know how much I paid for this. I think it's like a lot of money. It might have been like $3,000 US or something. Way too much.
It's insane.
Lifetime
This is
access.
just like
So
all information that's
yeah,
like highly valuable, I guess.
yeah, like these links are going to include websites and certain things that have been like developed for like multi-million dollar companies to just like plug into
Oh,
their companies. So
like the
if we look
backbone of like
up,
a lot of
yeah.
companies.
So like long term, are you going to think of yourself more as a local business? Like ideally, would you like to open up like a shop or do you always want to be online?
I mean, I think it would be cool to open up a shop for sure. Like, I've definitely thought about clothing before, clothing in the future, because it just kind of aligns with like my hunger for design.
Hmm.
It's part of it.
Well, cool,
So
cool
yeah,
enough.
clothing in the future. I don't know if clothing would be the main thing.
Yeah, well, cool enough is that school you can have a clothing thing, which is pretty sick. Like you can have a merch tab in your school that's coming. So like you could be a local business for sure. I forget why I can't open these damn links. Local business snapshot. Okay, cool. Now I got them. And then agency. So like, would you be an agency?
No, I don't think so.
Probably not. But at the same time, like if eventually, like let's say 12 years down the line, you've been doing nice ice like ice for so long that you are an agency because you're coaching people on how to live that life, right?
Mm.
Like long term,
Yeah,
let's
or
say
like
10 years, like are
yeah,
you
it's
coaching or
possible. It's possible.
maybe you're coaching through content, you know? And so then you're a content
Yeah.
agency. But I think based on what I've heard from you, the coolest one to explore will do the local business. So local business is do the member
Yeah.
login. So this is sick. Me being able to what if I just copy this link, go here. Like this is my most fun part. This is why I love my job is because building like this is the best. Like solving problems, building in a way that yeah. Let's cook. Let's cook. imported snapshots. Is it in here? We got real estate, implementation, school affiliate. No, we're going to do yours, which is this one. Okay, so I need to sign in under my account. So also this thing, Go High Level, is I get 3 like seats with my Go High Level. And one's for me, one is for my dad's podcast, and one was supposed to be for a real estate agent, but I referred them to a like better company, so I've got one more spot. So I'll give it to you, and you can mess around with it for as long as you want for free. Mm,
Awesome, bro.
And
I
yeah,
actually really
like
appreciate that, dude.
yeah, because by nature, Google, or what am I saying? Not Google. Oh wait, do you see my screen? Shit, I was sharing the wrong thing
Yeah, I
this whole
do.
time. No, but the last couple seconds, I probably wasn't moving around on my screen, right?
Yeah, no, you were. You were sharing the
Yeah,
wrong tab, maybe.
because I was here because I have an incognito browser because for some reason these links are like not opening up when I'm not in incognito. So, but now we're done with this. We're done. I actually want to do the 5-day challenge for my own stuff. Yeah, I'm gonna put the 5-day challenge into one of my own accounts, which I think would be cool. And actually, the agency one is just good to have. So let's.
Well, this type is
We're gonna
very like it's very like it looks really cool. You know, like it
It
looks
is
very
super
like
cool.
it looks very helpful, you know?
Yeah, it's a rabbit hole for sure though. Like make sure like you have
There's a
my
lot to
number
learn.
when you're messing around with this, like make sure. So what we're gonna do right now is we're going to go to your prospects. Nice like ice. So this as an
It's like
agency, I pay
ice.
the night. Yeah, I pay the is nice like ice, right?
Yeah, nice like ice.
Okay, so I
I
wrote it.
guess it would be a capital L,
Okay, so
but
I
that's
can
my thing.
edit that pretty easily. General info,
Yes, yeah, but yeah,
like,
probably doesn't fully
and
matter, but
then
yeah.
do you only have an Instagram at the moment?
Yeah, right now I only have the Insta.
Okay, cool.
Actually, well, no, actually I actually have like I have a Twitter account too.
Do you
I
post
haven't
on it?
really posted too much on it. No, I've done like 3 tweets, but like at 0 traction. Kind of like very early.
Yeah. So what I'm gonna show you, I have no idea how to like find stuff on Twitter, so you're gonna have to show me how to find you, but we'll just put it in
So
because you already have the account. Floor
it's nice like LCE. So the same thing as my Instagram. Because I
at
haven't gotten the I for the last I. So I used L.
oh, that's a little bit of a
Yeah.
finesse. I think that works though. People won't know any better. That's really funny. That's pretty funny. That's awesome. Good innovation right there. So enter the Twitter. So yeah, this is what we're gonna do is we're gonna convert you to a sub account. Pablo, what's your last name?
Barata. Baratta.
TTA, like that.
Yeah.
And then your email. Do you have one from Nice Like Ice?
Yeah, so it'd be Pablo at nicelikeIce.
Tough. Nice like ace.ca. Cool. Enter business address. You don't have one. Do you want to just put like
Yeah, not yet.
Concordia?
Yeah, sure.
Here,
Yeah,
we're gonna do the
I guess
lookout.
for now.
We're gonna do the lookout in on Mount Royal. Why not? That'd be pretty cool. So nice, guys.
Yeah.
That's your phone number. That's your website. Finish. Prospect already is converted. Okay.
Already
How
a
and
sub
when?
account.
How and when did I do that? Okay. So what's gonna happen is we're not gonna be able to build the sub account until this one gets deleted, and this one is getting
Okay, that's fair.
deleted by Go High Level. Here, let's see if it is fair, but let's see if I can delete it faster because I'm sure they just have a process about these things. So let's just
Uh,
stay organized for a second. We're going to stay organized and delete tabs we don't need. Refresh this to see our imported snapshots. So yeah, I can show you a little bit of how I use my own. So if I go to F3 Connecting, like this is your moneymaker right here. Is this marketing tab? You can plan out all your social posts for life. Like every time I make a post, I post from here because I can click a couple of buttons. I can go new post, create new post, um, pick my accounts.
That's
So I
really
have ones.
helpful.
Yeah, pick one. So I'm posting to Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, TikTok, Pinterest, and the schoolyard, YouTube, all in one go. So let me show you what I would do. So right now, I'm gonna click. I'm gonna click. What am I gonna click? I'm gonna put something on the screen and then just try to click it and see if it opens up. If you click that little pop up, does that open up the schoolyard?
Yeah, it does.
So
Yeah,
click join.
school.com.
Yeah, click join. It's free.
Okay. I'll make my account then.
Yeah, it's like creating a Facebook account. It's not gonna charge you any money.
Um, verification code. And so school, you can be like a school ambassador that kind of gets other people to join school, or you can also be someone who uses just school in the
Yeah.
background for your business.
So there's three different ways you can use school. You can use school like you use Facebook, where you just scroll, right? You just join groups and you hang out. Or how you use Discord probably is better. You can use school where you create your own, so you host your own Discord, and then you charge people membership if you want. And then you can affiliate school. So you can say, hey, Pablo, I think your business needs a school. Here's my link. So then under my link, you sign up to school and you're paying school the same amount. So it's still $9 a month or 99. But you're going to every time you pay school $9, I get 40% of that for life because I referred you into school. So can you share your screen? Share your screen and
Yeah.
let's just build your school live. This is gonna be a yard build live, and it should take me about 30 minutes. I'm pretty fast at this stuff, and it'll be super super cool. So I've got a custom
Chrome tab.
GPT. Just your whole screen. To be honest, it'll just be easier because we'll
Yeah,
probably
entire
jump
screen.
around. Yeah. So let's go.
Mhm.
Let's click the join f3connect.com/opt-in in the studio chat. You see the studio chat right there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
here.
Yeah. Click that. But before we click that, go rip. How did I wrote it down wrong. Okay. So go back to your school yard and complete your profile. So make sure you add a profile pic because you need to add a human profile pic. Otherwise people aren't really going to like you on school.
See if there.
So let's do nice.
I know to put here. Drag and drop. Or can I take a
Yep.
picture?
If you were doing this on your
Like,
phone, you could take a picture, but I mean, honestly, just do anything so that you can create it and then you can fix it later. Like download the school app on your phone after, because that's where you'll do probably most of your stuff. There you go. That's a good pick. And so now just click
that's a good, super
complete.
old pic.
Yeah, it's fire. So now membership pending. So now stop sharing your screen and I'll share mine and I'll show you what my onboarding process looks like. And I'll show you literally every step I do. So you'll understand how I'm using my tools. So you just joined. So if I go to membership requests, Pablo Barada just joined. So this is what I do. And you're gonna have to give a better fun fact about yourself after.
Yeah. Yeah.
What I do is I take a screenshot. Do I need this chat? No, I don't need this chat. So I'm gonna go to my GPTs. So this is where my AI certificate in ethical prompting comes in clutch because I have built out these freaking awesome ass GPTs. So I'm
That's sick.
gonna just gonna take a picture of you, not the other guy. So this is your membership card. Whenever you join, you get a membership card. And so what's your actual fun fact? Like what's something unique about you or funny about you? Again, that's raw and authentic.
What I could think about now.
I I bought a trademark before even knowing how to do anything
Yeah,
business.
that's pretty good. I bought a trade. Yeah, I bought a trademark before before making. Yeah, before I knew anything about my business. Yeah, it's pretty funny.
There you go. It's hilarious. Like all the people in here are gonna be like, "You did what? You paid how much for what?" It's pretty cool though. It's a good little it's a good little personality thing because it's like, sure, maybe I'm not very literate in like all the business happenings, but I what's it called? I got the confidence. I know this shit's gonna work. So I approve you, and so you're in. And so what I do as a owner is I'm also just gonna join this group because I think it's pretty cool. How likely would you be to enroll for for LinkedIn? See if that just lets me in. Okay, cool. Because I think this is a decently cool idea for a school. So I join schools all the time, and I will show you how to make yours insanely like exciting. Like this will be your new passion project if I do this right. So to show you a little bit about what I do is in the last 30 days, and it's literally only been I opened this on October 19th. As you can see, this is the first day, October 19th. And so I've grown it to 131 members. And I think it's actually 141 right now. And I have like no clout,
Wow,
like no clout. Like nobody knows
104
me.
people in the
100
past
and 142 right now, right here.
in the past 3 days.
Um,
Pretty crazy.
yeah. And we can even listen to some music if we wanted to. And when you get paid by school, this is what it looks like. Like literally,
That's so cool.
if you signed up for my premium right now, it would go cha-ching, $22 from Pablo, which would be
That's cool.
awesome. So let this thing cook in the background. Schoolyard is worth protecting. This particular site is not where I start. Right now, claim it, own your domains, keep building. Got it. Sure. Think about that. Sure. Let's do a brand protection checklist. So yeah, we're gonna cook. We are going to cook. So I'm gonna show you how I use my social planner. I'm gonna show you okay, so I guess while we're waiting for this to get created, let's go through your audit. So your audit is that your overall score in terms of your online marketing audit is a 25%, which is pretty shitty. 79% of your customers do online research before purchasing decisions. Missing or partial information about your business leads to confusion and loss of business. We can help enhance your online presence and resolve the errors mentioned in your report. Yes, I can do that. So your online reputation is 0. You got 0 listings online. Business details are 25% filled out. You got no techno stack. At least GoDaddy is 83% out of 100 in terms of website performance credibility, and you don't have a Google business. So the internet does not know about Nice Like Ice, is that's what this is saying. And so it's our job, more my job, to make sure that the internet eventually knows about Nice Like Ice. So how we're going to do that is we're going to complain
How
to
would I was like how does it really work in terms of like is it just make doing certain steps here and there? Because I feel like the only way this would work is if I just start putting out like content that goes viral like that like that's the way I view it. It's gonna be like, oh, that's how I'm
so
gonna get some traction.
you need to change that philosophy because there is no way there's nowhere in this chart that shows me that I went viral. If you pull up my Instagram,
Yeah,
you would so let's do a compare and contrast.
yeah, it's true.
We'll do a
True.
compare and contrast of my Instagram compared with my school, and we're gonna go, does it make sense that this Instagram is connected and related to the same school? So we're gonna go Instagram, I've got 132 followers, shit ton of posts because I kind of just post like slop, and I follow way too many people. I've got a decent bio, decent profile picture, good name, but this is all I'm posting is I post whenever someone joins, I post their membership card, and then every once in a while I have like a real life video. So I post all the time, but would you think that this Instagram page is, 2 questions, is growing as fast as this community is and is making this much money? And this is US
Yeah, the
dollars.
money definitely doesn't match the page. Like the money's much
Exactly.
higher than like what the page would look like for sure.
So, like, in the last month, I've gone from making $87 in just a single one-time payment to $951 net cash. And that's not considering my affiliate commissions, which are even bigger. The affiliate is insane. I got a crazy payout. I got this much payout because somebody referred me to, or someone used my referral link to like a really high level mastermind. So I think it was the YouTube, where is it? It was YouTube Accelerator. If you can find the YouTube Accelerator before I can. Actually, I don't think it's here because I think I'm out of the community because I got a refund and I'm gonna
And someone
reopen it.
used your referral link and
Yeah.
then someone else used it and then that person was already, I guess,
So
doing
yeah.
well or like was
So like the person that used my referral link bought the YouTube Accelerator program, which is like 9,000 US dollars or something one time. And so
crazy.
because he
That's
used
crazy.
my yeah, because he used my referral link, I got this much money, which is crazy to me because I
Wow.
did no work, literally no work, except that link is somewhere in my school. And because of
Yeah,
how
just
the
like
referral
advertising your
program,
school.
yeah, because of how the referral program is built in school, I now made 1,800 US dollars. This is the biggest payday I've ever made in terms of like zero energy or effort put into it and like crazy money back. Like to me, this
Pretty
makes no sense.
insane.
Like
Yeah.
it's almost like
No,
it's
it's
almost like
pretty
a
mind-boggling.
it's almost a cheat code. Yeah. So, anyways, all that to say is that my community is like my life's work, and I like love it to death. And it's so successful. Like I posted this 5 hours ago, and I've got 40 comments. Right?
Yeah, that's pretty sick.
You post anything 5 hours ago on
Yeah.
social media, you're not gonna get 40 comments unless you're like freaking, I don't know, some popular YouTuber like PewDiePie or
Yeah.
something, right? Meanwhile, I'm just some like little dude that teaches people how to build schools, and I've got that type of engagement. And engagement like this is where you make an impact. It's not on social media. It's like social media, even if you blow up and you start a huge following, you've got followers. You don't actually have like members, or
Yeah, like loyal, so like loyal
you don't have
customers,
fans.
like loyal
Yeah.
supporters. Yeah,
You want to have
fans.
fans. You don't want to have like you want to have fans. You don't want to have followers. Is essentially what I'm getting at. So does this look like you at all? Not really.
No, not really.
Text me
I
a
do have
photo
the
of you.
I do have a bit of a beard here. Yeah, I'll
Yeah.
text you.
What text? Just take a screenshot or whatever your favorite photo of you is, and text it to me, and I'll open it up on my mirroring, and we'll put that in because that looks nothing like you. Also made you look skinny as fuck. Fucking Robert. Do you know Robert Schoen?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, anyways, he's my
You go to
girlfriend's.
LTC as well?
I went to Loyola. He was my girlfriend's brother, and I hired him as a client success manager because he's kind of into entrepreneurship, and I just need him for the weekend when I'm running my challenge. And guy's retarded, bro. But I love him to
Why?
death. I love him to death. But look at this. I gave him very clear instructions. Like, see this big paragraph of text? I take it from my GPT and paste
Mhm.
it to him, and it says,
Yeah.
it speaks in my tone. It goes, "Yo, man, quick download for Black Friday, so you're not guessing in the DMs. The offer is called what it actually is." So I give him all the details on what the Black Friday offer is, and then I go, "If someone seems interested, you can say something like, 'This is Jack, basically Jack's full operating,' and he goes, 'Okay, so that's what I send them, the whole thing.'" I'm like, "Brother, please fucking read the damn text. Like, no,
Just read it. Just
just
read it.
just read, dude."
Yeah.
But anyways, he's a kid, so I don't get mad or anything. I'm just like, come on, man. Did you text me the photo
That's
of your face?
yeah, I sent it to jack.f3connect@gmail.com.
You sent it by
Is that the
Gmail.
right
Got it.
one?
Yeah, that's fine. It's
Or I don't know if I have your maybe I don't have your number.
no, you do. I've been texting
Yeah, I
you.
sent it on I sent it on text message SMS, but it's sent it to your email though.
Weird. All right, we'll figure it out.
Wait, here it's
Anyway, yeah, I've got the photo
now I
anyway.
can send it to you.
This message was brought to you by Rogers. What the fuck? Oh, that's
So
pretty
this
cool.
is the
Thanks
same
for
one I
this.
have as my that's like I wrote it on my mirror and like that like like a couple months ago. That's also like my Instagram thing. So it's like if
Like your
someone is like
personal?
curious enough, yeah, yeah, it's my personal. Someone is like curious enough to like look at like go in and zoom in on my personal thing, they'll just like read nice like I saw in the mirror, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is really cool. I think we should figure out what day. Yeah, I know my Sunday mornings are really good for like a podcast like this. We could do like a case study. Like, obviously, we're building up your ideas, but at the same time, not able to assist. Huh. Okay. Let me do something quickly because I want to delete this account so that I can create yours. So this is also just a good testimonial for Go High Level's like client success team is that how rapidly you can get customer support from a real human is ridiculous. Like I'm going to get my problem solved in like 2 minutes. So all I need to do is find my like personal ID, which is in my company tab. Yeah, my relationship number right here. Got to copy this. Got to join the meeting whenever it loads. And yeah. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna just gonna go through like we already know that you've got a lot you can fix, which is the most exciting stuff. It's because it's easy to like you're not even fixing stuff, you're just building. Like you're just gonna build a couple of Google business reviews. You're gonna
Yeah.
like just ask your buddies, like, hey, if I've ever told you anything that like changed your mindset or something, can you leave me a 5-star review and tell me about it? And just get yourself like 5 Google reviews, and that's gonna
And
be
it
a
kind of like
huge
gets yourself like out there. Yeah, like it gets like the
exactly.
name of the business out there and kind of like starting to like blend it in into like the real world, like putting it around
Yeah.
sort of like into actual, I guess like online things or yeah, I know what you
Yeah.
mean.
Just giving your
Sort of like starting
brand
to
a
like
little bit
actually
of
establish it.
yeah, giving your sorry, your brand, Lord, your brand a little bit of credibility. So what we can do is build your school in like 20 minutes. Let's I have your photo, so I'm going to introduce you once it's done getting created. We know that you need a Go High Level account, especially for the amount of posting that you want to do. So I'll set you up with that, but it's not the priority. Like you don't need this out the gates. What you do need is a school because right now, essentially your call to action is just follow me. But following is not going to like make the impact that you want. So the call to action now will be join my school. So how we're going to do that is click this button that's about to pop up on the screen. Oh, wait, that's the wrong button. Whoops. Because that one's subscribing to my school. So do the school, the one in the chat, the second link, and share your screen before you do this, and I'll walk you through what it looks like. And when you hit share screen, click like share system audio.
Right there.
All right, so hit learn more.
You're right.
Yeah, so this is my landing page that I set up on Go High Level actually. So just put in your name and your email.
Right. And I just click your own community.
Yeah, but before we do that, watch the video because the video is going to give you a huge like. So if you play it, am I going to hear it? Just click watch.
Up in the
Yeah.
mirror and thought, wow,
So I hear
I
it.
should be further
So
ahead.
like, if you want, you can put on 2x
Trying to
speed
get
or whatever you want.
unlocked.
But yeah, let's watch this.
And when the doorman clicks money to let people in, it all goes to you. Right now, people are paying hundreds.
You know? I can hear you.
I don't.
Can't hear you.
Yeah. Okay. Now we're done. So what I was doing that whole time is I was on the support call with Go High Level trying to figure out if I could delete the account to create yours. But instead, just continue sharing your screen. We'll build yours in like 5 minutes, and then we can open up for Q&A if you have to answer, and then we'll just book another call where we can build your community for you.
That sounds good.
shit, your image turned out sick. Your card?
As well?
You'll see it. I'm about to,
See it? Oh, okay, bad.
yeah, I'll post it in the school group. You'll get like a tag from me,
Like,
post. So yeah, share your screen and just see what that looks like. Yeah.
you
So
see
go
it?
to the schoolyard,
My
the
screen now?
schoolyard. Yeah, go to schoolyard top right. Click new post. No. Okay, that's fine. The load new post would have worked too. Go down, 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 down. Up, too high, too high, too high, way too low, way too low. It's the fourth post. It's gonna be the fourth from the top, so way
What
too
was the
low.
fourth one?
MVP,
Here
there
it
you
is.
go. TM before MVP. So go there.
It was sick.
Yeah, click on it.
It's pretty sick.
So it says when you joined, nice like ice. Trademarked on the, that's hype. Owner Pablo
Pretty sick.
Barada. Yeah, that
Pretty
is
cool.
hype.
Pretty cool. Pretty cool.
So if you click out of here,
Little snow thing.
yeah, go
and then
kick.
and the TM thing.
Yeah, click the GIF in the bottom right, and just say anything. GIF. No. Back. GIF in the bottom right. Yeah, just put whatever you want. Like you can look up ice. You can look up trademark. Just put whatever you want, just so that people see you. Yeah, that's pretty funny. Just comment it. Yeah, you can say whatever you want, or you can just leave the GIF. Yeah, that's sick. Nice. All right, so now let's go back to the other one, the school games
Nice,
tab.
like ice.
Yeah, you're gonna have a lot of fun in this community. There's a lot of like-minded people, so you get to fuck around with it after. But let's build yours first. So go start your community. What? Okay. Go back to the top. No, go back to that other page, the one that had a glitch in it. Click the URL at the top. And you see the percentage 20. You just need to delete the percentage 20.
Okay.
Yeah. Now just select that. But never mind. Shit. Go back. Actually, wait. I'm being annoying. Click. You see own a school that funds your life in the, all right, whatever. No, that's fine. Yikes, this is
School.
own a school that funds your life. Oh, right. Own a school. It's a link. Own a school that funds your life. Right there, right on your thing. Those are links. So yeah, top one. Yep. Lord, I'm not good at my own links. All right, give me 1 second. This is hilarious.
What's that crack?
School platform, copy. Okay, just go back to the chat of Riverside and click that link, and I will fix my links on my side.
Okay, huge. Nice. So I select.
So what I recommend is select the $99 a month, because you're gonna get a free trial, and then so you get a 14-day free trial. With the $99, it gives you the opportunity to add me as an admin, so I can do a lot of the building for you in a way that I know works for school, and try to get you the same results as me. And then on day 13, you just downgrade to the $9 a month, and you only get charged $9.
Oh, nice. Okay, fair.
Yeah. So you can use whatever you want. So group name, make sure you name it nice like ice for your group name. This is going to be fucking sick. I'm so happy you're building a school. It's going to be one of my passion projects, because I think your like ideology behind it is sick. So just go start free trial.
Just like, I don't have. This is not like the right credit card, so I still have to like low-key set that up.
Do you have a card on you that is the right one? Like with the digits? Like if you stop
Yeah.
sharing.
Yeah, maybe I'll just do that then.
Yeah, just type in the details to stop sharing so that we don't see your damn card details. And then just type in, like if you have the physical card on you can just type in the digits. And I mean, it's not going to charge you right now. It's just, it won't let you build it like a free trial without it.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. You know what? I need to ask you a favor. I'm doing the sprint. I'm doing the sprint for my community where I teach people how to go from idea to profitable school Friday to Monday. It's called a challenge. It's a 5-day challenge. On Thursday, I'm doing day 0, where my idea was I was going to pick someone from the group and build their school for them. Like from idea, nothing, they have no idea how to use the platform, to build. So once you start this, don't add anything. You can go like click around and fuck around, but don't add anything. Keep it like a blank canvas. And then tomorrow, if you're available, Tomorrow you available at like 6 p.m.?
I should have class. I'll be in class at that time.
What time do you end class?
Until like 8:45.
8:45. Do you have no class before 6 p.m.?
Yeah, exactly. My class starts at like 5:30 or 5:30.
So if we did like 4 p.m. till 5, you'd be good?
Yeah, I think so. I'll confirm with you on text.
Yeah, we can do 4 p.m. to 5, or if you want, we can do 9 to 10 p.m. Either of the options work. Just tell me because I'm going to change the calendar invite on my school, like for day 0. And like you'll be the person I pull from the audience. And we're going to build up your school because it's a perfect example for my content because you've never used school before. You have no idea what's going on. So all your
Yeah.
questions will be genuine in the sense that you're like, I don't know what I'm doing. Like, what do you mean click this button? And so it'll like force me to like think very strategically on how I teach things to you. And then it'll be such good it will be golden content for me because the whole point of day 0 is to build something for someone to show people how easy it is, even if you have no idea what's going on.
You're sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. I think okay. I think we'll do 9 to 10. I think that'll be better.
Okay.
So put 9 to 10 on your calendar now, and then I'll confirm with you.
Okay. Perfect.
On text.
Perfect. Just trying to change something about the calendar. Okay, so once you pay or once you start the free trial, share your screen again, and I'll just show you like 2 things, and then we'll dip.
Huge. Yeah, let me try to put my credit card. It says my card is just not working.
You type it in wrong or something? Or?
But it's like the same thing, but it just doesn't. It just says like invalid. Maybe I should just. I don't know. Maybe I'll get offline and then after I'll just I guess contact my bank because I usually
Yeah.
only use tap on my phone.
What
I
you
usually
should
never use the
do
actual card.
What you should do is download school on your phone right now. Like on your phone,
Yeah.
open up your phone, look up school
Yeah,
community because then
school.
you can pay with Apple Pay. And also you're not even paying. It's just a 14-day free trial.
Yeah,
So like
maybe
feel
that'll work
free
really
if you get to day 13 and you're like, I don't like this stuff, then feel free to cancel. It doesn't affect me. But I can guarantee it's definitely gonna like answer your prayers in terms of the community you were trying to build and the movement. But
School communities help.
yeah. First one. So just make sure when you sign up for your school community, like once you're signed in under the app, go click this referral link because otherwise you'll just be paying school and I won't get your referral, which is fine. But so the link I'm about to text you, once you have school downloaded and you're signed in, click that link.
Okay.
Look at this.
You download the app.
I think I can put like sound effects. Is this working? No, it's not. That's funny. Why can't I get the drum roll to work? I can do like transitions apparently.
It's kind of like hard to. I think I'm gonna have to do it like offline because I'm also like kind of in a bit of a rush now,
Yeah, no worries.
and it's like kind of like my phone is just kind of being difficult. Like I'm trying to.
Yeah, okay. So don't stress about it.
So I'll
Just
just text you, and then we'll also we can do it. We can hop on another call.
yeah, so if we do the call next or like not next Friday, sorry. If we do the call like now, not now, tomorrow at 9 p.m., you'll be golden. We'll set it up there. Try to get the stuff like ready by then. But if not, we'll figure it out on the call. And what I'll do right now is I'll upgrade your membership from the free plan to the paid plan so that you can join the call tomorrow. So it's
Huge.
22. Yeah, it's $22 a month, but I can spot you it for the first month or something, just so that you can join the sprint, and I can use you as a testimonial. So yeah, sick. Thanks for joining, man.
Sick, dude. Yeah, it looks pretty cool, bro.
Yeah, and now we have you.
Appreciate the call, bro, the conversation.
Yeah, you and I
Very
have
nice.
2 hours and 40 minutes worth of content. So I'm going to splice this up into reels and into long form, and I'll send you everything you need.
Thank you. I really appreciate it, dude.
Yeah. And look at this. I'm
Good
gonna
stuff.
make you nice like ice founder. You see your name? It just changed under your name.
And
Your
in
name.
Schoolyard.
No, on the Riverside.
Oh yeah,
On the
on
scroll.
Riverside. Yeah.
Nice like ice founder. Sick. All right. Well, I'll
That's
see
the
you,
guy's
man.
founder. Sick, bro. I really appreciate you, bro. I'll
Got it.
talk to you soon, bro.
Yeah, just give me a call if you have any problems with the payments. I'm not sure what it is, but you'll figure it out.
Yeah, amazing.
All right. Cool.
All
Have
right,
a good
thank
one.
you,
Nice
dude.
meeting you, Paulo. Ciao.
Nice meeting you, bro. Ciao.